Guys, what's up? Welcome back. Thanks for tuning in to the video today. Happy New Year's. It's January 1st, and look forward to bringing you guys lots of good hogging information over the course of the year, and much appreciated you guys tuning in, watching the videos last year, and hope you guys will, I'd like to invite everybody anyway to tune in and watch them all this year. It'd be much appreciated. And today we're going to talk about a pretty unusual subject. Actually, it was brought to my attention by one of the subscribers about the high levels of antidepressants as far as the chemicals within the antidepressants that have been found in Lake Erie and Lake Ontario. Going to have a little discussion about that here and get into that. But real quick before we just get started here, just want to remind everybody, you guys haven't had a chance to subscribe to the channel. We're coming up on 50,000 subscribers, probably going to hit it within the next week or two. And we got a big giveaway, Bridgeford jerky, we got Seagar fishing line, solar bat sunglasses, Mega Bass products to the winner of the 50,000 subscriber giveaway. So hit that subscribe button if you haven't. Much appreciated. So anyway, guys, this was brought to my attention by one of the subscribers, and it was basically it was a study by the University of Buffalo several years ago, and they had found significantly high concentrations of antidepressant drugs like Prozac and that type of stuff in the Great Lakes. Not only in the Great Lakes, but they took sampling from basically from all the species of fish in the Great Lakes, specifically largemouth and smallmouth, tissue samples, brain samples, organ samples, and most all of the ones they tested had some degree of antidepressants, in the system of the bass. And apparently this was caused by the wastewater treatment facilities that pump effluent into the Great Lakes. It was caused by basically people peeing in the toilets and being, flushed through the wastewater treatment facilities, which were unable to, remove, the antidepressant material, from the wastewater, and therefore it got in the Great Lakes. You got a bunch of major cities there. You can imagine the amount of wastewater that went into there. So a couple different questions this begs. It's like, number one, well, not in any particular order, but there's two questions to me. First of all, how does this affect bass? We know how antidepressants affect humans. If the levels are significant enough to affect bass, how does it have any effect on them? Does it have any effect on their reproduction, on their movements, on how they bite lures, anything like that? I think that remains to be seen. It's a question that has never really been posed before, but it's interesting to entertain. But the bigger picture, guys, it gets back into the whole, topic we've talked about on environmental issues, about how we're just polluting our lakes and waters and air. Goes right back to that. There is so much crap getting pumped into our rivers and streams and lakes that it's just ridiculous. Man, I fished all over the country. I found in many of the lakes we fished, particularly a lot of the lakes in the southeast, Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi. You'll be up the river somewhere, up the creek, and there'll be some pipe that's coming out of the ground, and there's some type of liquid coming in on it, and it's very toxic smelling. You can get up next to it and smell it. It smells like chemicals or something. I see this all over. Lake Eufaula, Alabama. If you guys go up the river at Lake Eufaula, Alabama, close to Fort Benning, there's those nasty pipes everywhere putting stuff into the river. That's why every single lake in the country has warnings as far as mercury contamination levels for eating fish. So this whole thing about the antidepressants getting into the lakes, that's only that's the tip of the iceberg of the other problems we have. I mean, there's turkey plants getting slapped with fines all the time for pumping, crap into Grand Lake all the time, get slapped on the wrist for it. And until, we have laws and legislation in place and politicians that will enforce that legislation, this is going to continue. And to me, it's like, it's completely unacceptable that our rights are being violated as far as our rights to clean air and clean water in this country, not just in this country, all over the planet. And, that's a frustrating thing. It's been going on for years and years, and too many times it just gets swept under the carpet. I mean, anytime you see this, the only way this is going to change is through public outcry. I mean, if you guys are aware of that, if you guys see, some type of mysterious pipes or pollution occurring in, the lakes or rivers that you fish, or, the lands that you hunt on, don't let it sit. Contact the authorities, contact the EPA, write whatever your local congressperson or senator is, and raise a ruckus about it, because until it's brought to light, and these people that are doing this, until they're shut down, until they're punished, until they're fined into oblivion, it's never going to stop. And it's just a matter of time. I mean, our ecosystem can't continue to be abused like this. I mean, something's going to snap on it. And I think so many times, anglers and hunters are a little bit more aware than most people, but for the most part, the society is extremely apathetic to it. They think somebody else is going to take care of it. Somebody's going to fix the problem, and it's not going to get fixed unless we have public outcry. So I just want to encourage everybody, if you guys see any type of these violations going on, raise a fuss, raise a ruckus, pressure, the people that are in positions of power to change this, to make a change, or they won't get your vote next time. And then maybe we can put a stop to this, and future generations down the road aren't going to have to deal with antidepressants and mercury and all the other stuff that's getting pumped into our lakes and rivers right now. So anyway, I thought it was just an interesting study, interesting article. Like I said, how that affects the fish as far as biting, is not my concern. It's how it's affecting the fish as far as the entire cycle, the balance of life is the bigger question. So be curious to get your guys' comments, what you think on it, if you've seen any of this research that's been done on it, and we'll maybe get a discussion going on it. So anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. Much appreciated, and we'll talk later. See you.